All right, welcome back. This is a demo of the address component inside ScreenFlow. So I have a sample ScreenFlow brought up, and on my first screen, I used the address component, and I'm going to go ahead and look into it. In this scenario, I'm going to pretend that it's a delivery address that we're trying to capture. So I just named it in the label delivery address. And then for the most part, a lot of these settings you probably don't need to touch unless you have a very specific scenario where you want to, let's say, have the street address pre-filled, city value pre-filled, something like that. In this case, I went ahead and I added that the required equals true, and that adds the little required buttons and won't let anybody progress unless they fill out the form. And then the key part is the show Google Maps search field. So we're also going to select true on that. And when that happens, you'll see a new field popped up above street. And then I'm going to give it a label. So I'm going to say search search address, singular. Great. So now when they're filling out the form, if they start typing the address, it uses Google to pull up possible addresses, and if they select it, it'll populate these fields. Great for keeping data really consistent. So after that's done, then we need to decide what we're going to do with the data. So in this example, we're going to create an account. But again, this is just a demo. So I went ahead and said account name. I added in a test value. Obviously, you don't want to hard code an account name in. But the key here is address fields in Salesforce are special because you either see the whole address together as a block, but really it's made up of these individual components: country, street, city, state, province, zip code. So what you want to do is add those fields, and I've already added some of the values in, but you want to select your screen, go in, and you'll see the delivery address, right? So this is that entire address together. But when you click into it, then you can see a lot more data that lives within the address. And in this case, for this field, zip and postal code, we want to add postal code value. Also note, these are all value. I think they give you the option of, options and label. So we don't really, 9 times out of 10, you just want the value that somebody entered in when you are adding the, postal code. Yeah, you just want the value when you're updating these fields. Also, standard on the account object, you have billing address, you have shipping address. In this case, I'm adding it to the shipping address of the account. You can create custom address fields, but you need to make sure you're selecting when you're creating address fields that it's that block address, and you're not just creating custom fields called street address, because then it's not going to play by any of these rules that addresses have that are special. All right, yeah, so once you create your flow and you can, test it out, you can see that if you select an address, it'll populate the field. And then when you let the flow run, you can see the shipping city gets populated with the delivery address, city, and so on, which is exactly what we want to see be done. So good luck with your flows.